If you haven't felt like you in a while, or perhaps a part of you doesn't feel like you may be experiencing an entity or an energy attachment. Hi everyone, I'm Matt Schmidt. Welcome back. I guide people to heal themselves. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you some of the signs that you may have what we'd refer to as an entity, an energy attachment, or sometimes a spirit attachment. They're really kind of all the same things, and we can really address them in the same way. Okay, now before you freak out, just want to like demystify this a little bit. This isn't like you see on TV. This isn't like probably like Hollywood would show it. But I would say probably like 1 out of 4 people I work with has an energy intrusion. Basically, some sort of energy that is clouding them. It's preventing me from actually like connecting with their true self. And this becomes apparent when I work with them. So here's some of the signs that I see that will help you figure out if perhaps this is something that's affecting you. One of the first big ones that I notice is if a person hasn't felt like themselves in a while, or there's like a sudden shift in personality, that's usually a good indicator that something is off. And I should mention that some of these energy attachments could be disembodied souls that connect to our energy. They could be something as simple as thought forms or different like collective energies. I use energy attachment because it really covers all this and we can address them all in the same way. If you work in a hospital, if you work around a lot of people, if you do healing work, this is kind of like an occupational hazard, and really this is just part of being human. I think we actually have more of these than we realize. I address them when they become a problem, when they're interfering with a person's energy, when it's depleting a person's energy, and it's impacting their life. That's usually when I address them. So pay attention to the signs. Okay, did you notice a certain time when you're like, okay, part of me just doesn't feel like me? Or maybe your friends notice, hey, you haven't been yourself lately. Is there something going on? Okay, really pay attention to that. If it's been there a long time, it's a little trickier because it starts to merge with us and kind of bleed into who we are, where you start to think that that is actually you, but in fact, it's not. All right. Some of the other indicators would be responses to certain triggers. So I'll just give you like an example. Maybe when you go by a certain building, all of a sudden your heart starts racing and you have no idea why. If you can't connect the dots, there's usually something else going on there. Sometimes I've noticed too, a lot of these are like family members. You know, when they pass on, they don't really leave for a variety of reasons. So maybe when you're around grandma, all of a sudden you get like, I don't know, this like feeling in your stomach. Because maybe your grandpa's attached to you. Okay, so you're going to be picking up on their energy, and there's going to be these inconsistencies with things that would normally affect you or things that would normally trigger you. Okay, along with this, you can have very like sudden mood swings. And keep in mind there's other reasons why you may be experiencing some of these effects, but when you start putting them all together and things start feeling off, trust your gut on that. Trust your intuition. Okay, some of the other weird things that may pop up too is some of the weird cravings. Maybe you're not really a smoker and all of a sudden out of the blue you want a cigarette. Or if you're a wine drinker and all of a sudden like you're really craving whiskey. Okay, pay attention to those things that just seem off or that are atypical. One thing that I notice, it's a kind of a telltale thing for a sign when someone comes to my house and the cat starts hissing at them. Or the dog starts acting weird. It's usually because something's hanging around. All right. So these can also be indicators. Pay attention to animals. They're a lot more perceptive than we are, and they'll be a kind of a good indicator for you that something's off. Something's off with a person's energy, or they do have some other attachment like this. I've also noticed too that sometimes when we try to connect to this, if you're trying to figure out, oh, do I have something attached to me or is it just my own energy? You'll notice it bouncing around your body, and it knows that like you're trying to connect to it, and it'll go into like kind of like survival mode or defense mode, and all of a sudden you'll have a pain in your knee. Oh, all of a sudden it's in my shoulder. All of a sudden it's in my throat, and that's usually a sign that this energy is moving around your body. Okay. Some of the other things that I've noticed too is if there's certain like thoughts that don't seem to budge. Certain things, like maybe you have these like weird judgments or something that just kind of pop up and they don't really seem like you, but they don't really go away either. It's because maybe they aren't you. Okay, and you can address them by addressing like what energy is attached to me. I am going to put something out down the road. I'm kind of working on this as a process in the works of taking you through a process to release these energies in your own home. But if you do need extra help with this, most shamanic practitioners will be able to help you. If you also want to reach out to me, I'd be more than happy to guide you or direct you with some things that have helped me. There are some things online, some other videos that will take you through this process, that will guide you through this. But look for someone probably in your area if you need a little extra help. But do know that you do have power to do this yourself. Sometimes it's a little tricky though to pinpoint it, to pick it up, and it helps to have like an outer perspective to walk you through this process. So hopefully you found this video helpful. I'd love to hear your stories and comments. So if you'd want to put those in the section below, and we will see you on the next video. Thanks for being here.